Welcome back, game theorists, to another episode of Top 5 Gaming, where today we'll be taking a look at the top 5 biggest Fortnite myths and conspiracy theories, starting out with the legend of 2 llamas, a tale of a boy that finds 2 loot llamas in one game of Fortnite, but then immediately dies afterwards because he has a heart attack because of how ecstatic he is. Alright, not really, that didn't actually happen, but what will happen is that you guys will find a loot llama in your next game of Fortnite if you click that subscribe button. With that said, let's get straight into it. Number 5, the Tilted Towers and Meteor Conspiracy. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you probably know all about the Fortnite Battle Royale Meteor. Pretty much everyone is talking about this giant meteor that's been steadily getting bigger and bigger in the sky throughout basically every update. And for whatever reason, a whole load of people are pretty convinced that it's going to come down and wipe Tilted Towers off the map entirely. Pretty much everyone thought that with the update on April 18th. At least somewhere would be hit by this meteor. There'd been things in the files referencing an impact game mode, little comets had started to be seen in the sky, these telescope campsites had been spotted all over the place, and the conspiracy got even crazier when players had started to report that random vibrations on their controllers seemed to actually spell out SOS D5 418 in Morse code. Now, as you all know, SOS is a distress signal. The 418 could have referred to April 18th, and the D5 is the grid reference for Tilted Towers. Yeah, it sounds pretty crazy, right? However, the biggest crazy development was yet to come, which is when people started hearing a pretty strange sound if they were high enough into the sky and they started looking at the meteor. Someone then took that audio after ripping it from the game and placed it onto a spectrogram, which is kind of a software that allows you to see audio as an image. Inside this spectrogram was a Fortnite character doing the Take the L emote and Hootenanny emotes. If you guys ask me, that sounds like Epic Games are trying to tell us that it's all just a clever troll to keep the hype up for their game. Either way, now that April 18th has been and gone and Tilted Towers is still standing, most people are expecting the end of Season 3 to be when the meteor comes down. It would pretty much be a perfect time for Epic Games to make a massive change to the game, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Number 4, the Fortnite Bright Bag. The Bright Bag is rumored to be the rarest of all items in Fortnite Battle Royale, with only one confirmed sighting of the item out in the wild. The bag is a bright pink back bling, with a rainbow and a classic Epic Games llama unicorn on it. Basically, it looks like the thing you would expect a kid to carry around with them. It's never been in the store, and it's never been in the Battle Pass, and yet, despite all that, at least one person has been seen wearing it. Pretty much the only way you could use an item that isn't actually in the game yet is by being a developer or by being a hacker, but that didn't stop the Fortnite community from speculating about how you might be able to unlock it. So at the time this bright bag had been first spotted, Epic Games had just added the llamas onto the map, which you could find in random places and then loot for items and materials. One of the biggest rumors at the time was that if you found 3 of those llamas in a single game, you would unlock the bright bag. Of course, that was not true and has been tested many times since, so we probably just have to wait until the bag is eventually added to the game for everyone to purchase. Number 3, getting back to Spawn Island. In other Battle Royale game modes, like the one in PUBG, you can actually get back to the island that you spawn on. In that game, it's as simple as jumping into a boat and driving back over to that area of the map, but in Fortnite Battle Royale, things are a little bit more difficult. In Fortnite, there aren't any vehicles for you to speed over the ocean with, and if you try to fly over there with a glider, you just end up hitting a barrier and it stops you from moving forward. One of the biggest rumors for getting back over to the starting island was that you just needed to get a whole bunch of materials and then build your way over, but when YouTubers tried that in the game, they just reached a point where they couldn't build forward any further. Like the game just wouldn't let you put down any more structures after a certain point. There was one more thing to try, build out as far as you can and then use a rocket to ride out as far as you can, but when people tried that, it didn't work. Muselk and Vikkstar tested this out, and it did actually get Vikkstar closer to the island, but then he obviously got a little too close to the island and the game just sort of pushed him straight off the rocket. So it looks like the island is in fact covered by an impenetrable barrier that you just can't get through, which means this myth is totally not true. Number 2, Umbrella versus Glider. Back when the game was first released and people were unlocking the umbrellas for winning in a season for the first time, there was a rumor that the umbrella made you fall to the ground quicker. I guess I can sort of understand where this rumor comes from. For a start, the umbrella looks much smaller than a glider, right? So it would sort of make sense that this smaller item would make you drop through the sky much faster than a big glider. Not only that, but you only got the umbrella when you got a victory royale. So it would make sense for Epic Games to reward their skilled players with a better version of the glider if they won. Turns out that all of this is completely untrue though, because the umbrella and the glider do in fact make you fall down to the ground at the exact same speed, meaning the players who use the glider and those who don't will hit the ground at the same time, as long as both players open their glider or umbrella at about the same time. Number 1, Porta Fort out of the sky limit. The Porta Fort is one of the most recent and most controversial items to ever be added into Fortnite Battle Royale. It's basically an item that allows you to throw out a grenade and then instantly get a construction built where it lands. Some people were annoyed when the item was first launched because they thought it was basically Epic Games giving their unskilled players an easy way out when it came to building. Pretty understandable complaint to have. After everyone stopped thinking about how it would impact the meta of the game, they started thinking about ways to have some fun with the new item, which started off a conspiracy that the Porta Fort item could break the rules of the game and allow you to get right past the building limit in the game. But as you can see from this clip, that's not the case at all. You throw down the Porta Fort, and for a brief second, it spawns in as it should. Then it instantly destroys itself. Even funnier is the fact that the Porta Fort doesn't even spawn in any tires like it should do, which makes me think that the Porta Fort was straight up coded to work this way. But there you guys have it. There are the 5 biggest Fortnite myths and conspiracy theories that we could come up with. If you guys have any other conspiracy theories, make sure to leave them down in the comment section below. Let us know of any other thoughts or video ideas that you may have as well. And also, if you guys click that subscribe button, don't forget you will find a llama in your next game of Fortnite. More importantly, click that like button if you've enjoyed the video. We love you guys. We hope you have a wonderful day. And don't forget to keep it here on Top 5 Gaming. But that's just a theory. A game theory.